What is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to episode 39 of The Road to Glory. Hopefully you guys are good. Had a pretty decent month. Pretty decent September. I've just been sat, chilling on Football Manager, watching Lost on Netflix. I've not got into Lost, and I know there's going to be someone in the comments who's like, dude, Lost was so many years ago. I'm only on season 2. Damn, if you've not seen it, go watch it. It's insane. I like, seriously now, it's like weirdly addictive to watch. But anyway, but decent month as I mentioned. It was decent in the sense we got 3 wins. Unfortunately for us, we did get 2 losses in that time. But at the end of the day, we got 9 points this month, and last month we got 6 points. So although we got more losses, more wins, overall, arguably a better month. Nothing on the transfer front because transfer window's closed, so let's just crack on into these fixtures. First game of the month was a really good win against Chesterfield. They're not a bad team by any stretch of the imagination. However, Evans-Stewart and Sticky Pad Dude getting the goals for us. We took an early lead in this game, just going into half-time, which made it a lot easier. Dave Foley got a goal back for them in the 69th minute. However, Evans-Stewart, the tank at the back, the Northern Irish beast from the east, with the header to make it 2-1 and ultimately secure us the win. Also nice to see was the fact that Alex Evans got man of the match. Alex Evans, I think he got back-to-back man of the matches this month. He played really well, and we've been playing very well defensively, and that's made it a lot easier going forward. Not so much pressure on our attackers to go out and score 3 or 4 every game, because we are able to just, for the most part, keep our defence nice and solid. But yeah, this was the first goal. It came, I guess, from they looked like they were going to break on us. They committed men on the break, and ultimately we were just able to work some space in their final third, and the ball found its way to the feet of Georgiadis, and he got the goal. I mean, I'm saying Georgiadis as in Georgia, the state in America. I think someone actually wrote that in the comments a while ago, and I kind of ignored it because I like the name Sticky Pad Dude. But it's nice to be able to say his proper name rather than saying some stupid nickname sometimes. But anyway, as I said, they did get a goal back in the 69th minute. Giggity. I can't do it very well. Why am I just referencing loads of TV shows now this episode? But no, 2-1 wasn't the worst result ever. Foley with the goal here. He was playing as their right centre forward. We just gave him a little bit too much space in our final third, and he was able to get the right side of a few of our defenders and just find some space, and the rebound came to him, and it was a nice easy first time finish for him. However, as I said, Evans-Stewart, who actually came on off the bench at half time, got us the winner this game, which was really nice to see. Really good for him. Good for squad morale as well, to get that late goal. That is something that we've done really well with, is, I guess, not keeping on fighting until the end, and this was another fine example of that. Good closing down by the guys, putting them under pressure. We worked the ball up the field, and I believe we secure a corner, if I remember this correctly. This was a few games ago. This was a really weird one actually that confused me, because Stewart had a cross and it hit their keeper, or it hit Georgiadis and went in. And normally when their keeper puts it in like that, it would just give it as an own goal, or if the striker got a deflection on it, it would give them as his goal. But the game just seemed really confused there and gave the goal to Stewart, and it's never ever Stewart's goal because it's not even on target. So it had to go to the attack or the defend or the keeper, but it went to neither, which really confused me, but one of those things. Moving on from this, we got a 1-0 win against Shrewsbury. My Mac's been really slow today, so I'm not going to show the match highlights, but Evans-Stewart got on the score sheet again, which was fantastic to see, this time playing at centre-back. The previous game I'd given him a rest because he was struggling for match fitness, however, that game scoring again for us. We then had an away tie against Walsall, who were down there in the league table. They got a goal after 30 seconds, and it was going to be an uphill struggle from then. We did make it 1-1. However, with 10 minutes left, we got really tired, as you can see. We've had a lot of fixtures, and although all my players' fitnesses started on 90 plus, it was very quickly that they deteriorated into the 50s, and that really showed in the last 10 minutes when we conceded against Walsall. So that was a little bit disappointing. Then moving on from this, we had a game against Torquay. Not that they're a bad team, but it's a kind of performance that you'd expect us to do better in, I guess. And in the end, it was a little bit disappointing to lose 2-0 to them. Adam McGurk, is he our former player? No, okay, he's not, but this guy is a good player, actually. If you can get Adam McGurk from Tranmere, he's a good player. Pro tip of the day. I think we signed another player from Tranmere a few years ago, which is why I was getting a bit confused. But nevertheless, 2-0 defeat. State got injured this game. And Tarek Kowalski, who'd been injured a few games before, came on. But anyway, that is the month, with the exception of the MK Dons game, which was not a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. We were 2-0 up after 12 minutes, and then they got a goal back after 21. And then from there, it really was kind of just a stalemate. We probably warranted our lead. We were statistically in control of the game. Stewart with another goal. I've just realised how many he scored this month, which is ridiculous. But one of those things, that was an insane goal for him. As I said, we got a second goal not long afterwards in the 12th minute. This was just a really good counter-attack. Good ball by Doble there to Barney. And just well worked all in all. Reed finding that inch of space and able to get the ball into Carson with the header for the 2-1 win. I'm not going to show MK Dons' goal. But anyway, that was the results for this month. I've rotated the squad quite a bit. The reason Brian Olivian is still on is because I don't have a second choice left back who I consider good enough to replace him, even with his 82% condition. I suppose we can take Omri off for a game and just give him a break. McNair was the guy I was thinking of from Tranmere, I do believe. Unless I'm now really going crazy, which I don't think I am. Maybe they're brothers. Did they have the same last name? Nope, he's not even from Tranmere. I am going crazy. Oh, it was Kirby. Have we still got Kirby? No, we haven't. I forgot about Kirby, actually. Kirby was the lad. Oh, let's see where Jake Kirby is now quickly. Jake Kirby, what is up with his career? This is weird because I've not really followed players after I've let them go. I assume it's this Kirby. Oh, he's still a free agent. You see, he wasn't a bad player at the time, but you can see his stats just aren't good enough for our league. See, he went out on a free. But he was the lad I was thinking of. So yeah, we're playing with a slightly weakened squad. It's 2 months until the 2 Finnish guys come in, which I'm really looking forward to. Barney's got a few goals this month. Glenn Stewart, who's having a rest on the bench, has been our star man so far this season. His recent performances, I mean, 9 appearances, 3 goals, 3 man of the matches, an average rating of 7.83. That's ridiculous, and that's actually earned him club icon status at the club after just... Well, he's only been at the club for 2 and a bit years, so that's pretty crazily quick, along with Evans and Doble, who make up the other 2 kind of club icon players. I mean, Evans, I always go on about this guy, but look at his stats. Only 16 appearances away from 20 league appearances for FC United of Manchester. And it's nice to have a guy who came here right at the start, who's captain of the team, kind of just, you know, sending, I guess, just sticking with us and going for all the leagues. It's really cool to be able to have that. But anyway, let's crack on straight away with this game. Today's game is against Stevenage at home, so I am going to be going with our control philosophy, which has been working for us of late. Pretty rotated squad, so maybe a few subs will be done at half-time if we go in behind and we need to change things and mix them up and get our stronger players out and on the pitch. Stevenage lining up with a 4-3-3 with a holding midfielder, clearly trying to cancel out our formation and maybe hit us on the break and defend well. They are struggling in our league. Their manager's just been sacked. So this is really a game I'd expect us to go out and win. Yeah, there's been a few teams struggle, like Shrewsbury, who we played in one of our games and beat 2-1. Their manager's now been sacked. Stevenage manager's been sacked, and I know Portsmouth manager in League 2 has been sacked. Yeah, so I can't get my words out. What day of the week is it? But no, no chances to speak of as of yet going in at half-time. They've got a corner. We need to defend this well, and we haven't, and that'll be Valacisitis. What a name that is. That is a weird name and a half. He sounds Greek. But anyway, this is poor. This is poor. Where is the passion, lads? Let's just get aggressive. You've not been good enough. I'm disappointed. I don't care if you've lost confidence. I'm just trying to fire up the entire team. Okay, I expect them to come out here and give us a performance. If it gets to the 55th minute and we're still not changing things and not doing anything, I'm going to bring on our stronger players. What are we doing here? Let's pause this stuff. They're on top in this game. Oh, we've got a highlight. Let's watch the highlight, I suppose, and then we'll go off this passage of play what we need to do. One goal would change this either way, really. If they can score now, then I'm just going to be pissed that I didn't make the change when I said I was going to make it in the 55th minute. We need to get someone in the box here. Gunn spills it, and then he has to get the save. He did a pretty good save, but now we need to defend this set piece. We've already conceded from one. Let's not make it a second. Ball comes in. That's going to be a goal kick. Okay, let's just get the tactical changes done now. So, the problem that I've got is that they're playing with a very defensive tactic. They're playing with the two holding men. Not with the two holding men, with the one holding man. I need to keep free in the centre because I don't want to get outnumbered. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go narrower. So I'm going to move Montgomery inside. I'm going to bring Billy Reid on and play him where Doble was. Move LeConte onto the left-hand side. Have Reid as an advanced playmaker. LeConte and Montgomery as two inside forwards. I'm going to bring Carson on to play in the centre mid role on support. I can't make too many changes too soon, but I kind of need to mix things up quite drastically. I'll keep it like that for now. Oh, attacking and balanced as well. I think that's everything. We'll go with that. I just feel like there's a lot of space, and if we can crowd out that centre defensive mid and really kind of create some space there by giving him more guys to focus on, I feel as if our wing backs should be able to cope with their two wing backs, with their two wingers. And so this is a case of getting the ball right in their half, working it into the box and doing our job. I'm going to switch to more fluid because we've got 20 minutes to get 2 goals. Exploit the middle. Let's go with that. And we'll see how we get on here. Hopefully these tactical changes are made. They are. So we have 20 minutes to change things. So I've really tried to crowd out the centre here because that's where they're controlling the ball. I don't know if it's going to work. We'll find out, I suppose. We have 5 minutes left to do something. Let's just go overload for them. Looks like this is going to be a disappointing 1-0 home defeat against a very weak Stevenage side, which is a little bit disappointing. We've got a set piece here, or they've got a set piece even. We need to get this out. That is going to be the game. That is poor. That is piss poor, lads. I'm not happy. Yeah, wow. That is. I am genuinely shocked that that result has just happened. That leaves us in 11th place. We're only 3 points off the playoffs, so we're still in touching distance, and we are only 7 points away from Luton. So that's fucking poor, though. I'm pissed because they're second from bottom. That's not good enough. Got a few fixtures coming up this month. Johnson Paint Trophy I'd like to do well in if possible, so we'll have to see how we do on that front. So yeah, we've got a tough set of fixtures. We've got a few teams who are going to be up there, a few who are struggling. Should be interesting to see how we get on. Got a few players who are going to be out injured, so we'll just have to take things as they come. Next episode will be the Peterborough game. Pissed. 1 win in the last 4. That's not good. Yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this episode 39, is it? 39 or 38? 39. We'll go with 39. Be sure to give the video a cheeky like. Always helps me out. And other than that, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. It's me, Jack, and I'm out.